Hey guys, storyteller BJ Foltz here. I've gotta find new things to talk about with each video. I mean, I can talk about each new development with each new chapter, but even then, that tends to kind of need me to stretch things out a little bit. Anyway, Mia was a concept I knew would be there from the start of this story. The character who was originally the tough as nails prisoner who had the mask kind of pulled off to show a sweet, lovable side that was always sort of there. Didn't develop quite as well as I'd have hoped, but hey, I still like her character. Not as much as someone like Candace or Bella, perhaps, but still. Anyway, Sleepwalkers of Night Realm. Written and read by storyteller BJ Foltz. Chapter 6. Does this count as hitting the jackpot? No, don't make this too easy like the last ones, the shadowy mass of tentacles and red eyes said through her fangs. I've had too many easy meals. There's no fun in it. Peter, what's going on? Wendy asked, holding up her baton while Mia trembled behind her. I don't know, but I think I've got this, I said, readying my bat. Bring it on, Bright Eyes. Just remember that this snack bites back. The creature roared before lashing out with her tendrils. I swung my bat then, but got knocked to the side. With a huff, I landed on the ground, feeling a bit winded, but fine, considering what just happened. Sweet dreams, Petey baby! Bella's voice rang through my ears. It makes you a bit tougher. Is that all you got? I asked as I stood up. I could do this all day. Well, would you look at that? The monster asked before opening her mouth, spewing a burst of black gunk at me. Draw! I shouted, holding up my hand as the suits began flashing again. Quickly, it landed on a blue spade. A burst of water erupted from the ground, blocking the slime. As it hit the concrete walls and floor, it let out a hiss as it slowly ate holes into it. Why was I glad for that? I wound up my bat again and slammed it into the pillar of wall, sending it flying. It formed into a ball and hit the monster full in the face. Kersplash! It exploded like the world's biggest water balloon, spattering across the monster as she shrieked in pain. I seized the opening and charged, bringing my bat down on her head. She recoiled as I began battering her with my weapon. I then took a step back, winding up for the grand slam. Draw! I shouted as the suits flashed across my hand, landing on the red heart. Flames burst from my bat as, in the adrenaline-fueled rush, I shouted, Blazing Home Run! The moment my bat made contact, a blast of fire erupted from the point of impact. By the time it stopped, the monster's head had been reduced to cinders with a smoking stump for a neck. I gave it a sharp poke with my bat, which made it fall out of the massive, smoking hole in the wall I made. The body fell out, slowly dissolving into the darkness. A few seconds of complete silence passed before I looked at the two girls. I beamed and asked, So Wendy, did you get those antibiotics for Tiger? I, didn't get them? No, Wendy said, staring wide-eyed at what happened. So cool, Mia said. Not long after that, we found our way to the medical wing. Since I was a complete idiot in terms of what we needed to treat Tiger, I just stayed off to the side while Wendy rummaged through the cabinets. Mia sat in one of the chairs, amusing herself by slowly spinning it around, a look of euphoria on her face. Enjoying yourself? I asked. No, I'm just surprised. I didn't think this chair could spin, Mia shouted, her intimidating look on her face. She then saw herself in the mirror. Her face shifted to a horrified expression, which, to be perfectly honest, still looked adorable on her. Oh no, that's me, isn't it? She then waved her hand as if to confirm that the reflection she saw was indeed hers. I couldn't help but snicker at that. It was precious, to say the least. But then the elephant in the room made itself more apparent when I heard Wendy scoff, and there was that feeling of shame again. Look, about what happened earlier? I asked. What earlier? Wendy asked, clearly agitated. Oh, you mean the part where you hit me like a schoolyard bully? Well, no need to apologize. Why would I be upset about that? Yeah, I had that one coming, I murmured. I'm sorry, okay? I don't know why I did that. I didn't want to hurt you. I'm sure you feel the same about your ex-wife, Wendy scoffed. I'm innocent! I half shouted. And that probably helps you sleep a little easier, doesn't it? Look, I said I was sorry. If you're not big enough to accept that, take a good look at us, Peter. Big doesn't play a part in anything. I just want to do what I've always done. Help people in need feel better. This is a chaotic situation for everyone, and you threw it in my face and then punched me, Wendy snapped. You think a simple "I'm sorry" is enough for that? You know what you are? You're the sort who doesn't want to deal with things. Just an easy fix so you can move right along. Turning into a child again was probably the best thing that ever happened to you because you weren't a murderer. You were a loser. And you might not have killed your ex-wife, but you still had some responsibility for that. Well, guess what? Now you're free from all of that, because now you're back in what I guess are your golden years. You have your bat, people listen to you, and now you've got that, whatever that was. Congratulations, now you have no strings keeping you down. I had absolutely no response. Maybe it was her skills at deconstructing people, but she pretty much called everything out about me then and there. She continued glaring at me while I just blinked, struck dumb. The awkward silence was broken by Mia saying, in a vain attempt at humor, "Mom, Dad, please stop fighting." Wendy sighed. "I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said." No, you're right," I said. "I always felt like I peaked at 10, so being back in this body is like I got a reset. And dodging responsibility was what I always did. I only married my wife after I kind of gave her a baby." "Wow, that's a shock," Mia giggled. "And when that didn't work out, I couldn't get divorced fast enough. Maybe that's why she made it hurt as much as it did," I said. Everything I liked about myself, I thought I lost when I was 10 the first time. Part of me just hoped that it'd come back to me if I just sat back and waited. "Well, I'm glad I could help you realize that at least," Wendy said, adjusting her glasses. "Yeah, thanks," I nodded awkwardly. "It's what I do anyway," Wendy shrugged, looking through the cabinets again. "I am sorry, though," I said. "I'd say the dose of immaturity has come with this change," Wendy said. "Children have a bit less inhibitions than adults. Maybe that's part of this aspect. I mean, not much of our personalities have changed." "And completely losing our last names and the ability to swear," I chuckled. "That too," Wendy giggled. "But it would explain why Alex is a rambunctious brawler." "And why you acted like a lovesick schoolgirl," I asked. "I have no idea what you're talking about," Wendy flushed, looking away. "But it would explain Mia there," I said, motioning to her with my head. "Yes, it would. I'd say she had the tough, mean girl attitude, but maybe that was more of an act." "You know I can hear you two, right?" Mia asked flatly. "Here we go," Wendy said, taking a clear vial and some gauze. "This should help Tiger." "Right, got what we came here for," I nodded. "So, about that display back there," Wendy asked. "I can't explain how, but it happened when I ate one of these," I said, holding up the pouch of Sweet Dream chocolates. "Where did you get these?" Wendy asked, looking it over. "I don't know how to answer that," I said. "Some weird grown-up gave them to me and disappeared after saying some cryptic junk would probably send her into a psychiatric geek out." "Is that power now a part of you, or do you have to continually eat them to get that power?" Wendy asked, taking out one of the chocolate squares and looking it over. "I don't know," I said. "How did they grant you your power?" "I don't know." "How did you know how to use them?" "I refer you to my previous answers." "I'm not trying to badger you, I'm just curious," Wendy said, dropping the square back in the pouch and handing it back. "There's a lot of this I don't know, so yeah," I said. "Hey Mia, we're going back to the rest of the group. Do you want to come with us?" "There are others? And they're not like Lucille?" Mia asked. "No, don't worry. They're more like us," I said, gesturing to my new form. "Children, under the age of 13, Wendy clarified. "I said I'd run this joint, but I guess it would be boring if it's just me," Mia smiled. "So cute," I thought to myself. The look on Wendy's face said she thought much the same. Well, it was a much shorter walk from that part of the prison to the cafeteria. It felt nice having worked things out with Wendy, like my chest got filled with warm, fresh air. And Mia's adorableness helped with that. A lot. She tried to show off how tough she was, but coming from that bunny, it just amplified the cute. "Well, here's our spot," I said when we reached the cafeteria. I opened the door and walked in. "Guys, we got the antibiotics for Tiger." No one was there. Guys, I called. It wasn't that long since we left. No sign of a struggle, so they rolled out sleepwalkers. This only made it feel wrong. Slowly, I lifted my bat as Wendy extended her baton. Mia shuffled behind us as we took a few steps ahead on high alert. When the door slammed shut behind us, we all jumped and wheeled around. That's nothing, I said, laughing despite myself. Yeah, what's wrong with us? Wendy laughed, sounding almost hysterical. You think that there was a sleepwalker right on their backs or something? That's so funny, Mia laughed. Our shared laughter was cut short, though, as something reached from under the table and grabbed my ankle. I yelled and pulled back, but the thing didn't let go. Brains! Brains! Growled the voice of Mikey as he crawled out, arms outstretched. Brains! 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 Came the voices of the others, as Alex, Candace, and Tiger came out of hiding. Oh no. Oh no, I said, readying my bat. Understatement, Mia squeaked. Will our hero survive this new sudden threat? Is the zombie plague coming home to roost? Why am I asking you these questions? And holy crap, these outros are the perfect thing to do here. What was I worried about? And more importantly, why didn't I think of them sooner? See you in Chapter 7, folks!